It's time to highlight the importance of pathways and who, other than DTM Sandeep, can enlighten us on this topic. He is an IT director with a large conglomerate in Dubai. He has been a Toastmaster since February 2007 and has been a part of 3 Toastmaster clubs. He is brought up and born in Mumbai, and his fondest memory is all about cycling around the complex he used to stay in along with his friends when it used to rain. Let's welcome Toastmaster Sandeep for the educational session on pathways. But before that, I want the timer to note, please, 8 minutes green card, 16 minutes amber card, 24 minutes red card. Voice interruption is required at the end of 30 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Sandeep, DTM Sandeep.
Thank you very much, TM Modi, and thanks a lot, Toastmaster Udaya Lakshmi, for this opportunity to present the Pathways session at your club. Just so that I don't inundate you with a lot of information during the next half an hour, I am going to basically do this in 3 parts, which is basically to get you going on pathways rather than making all of you experts on pathways. We can become experts down the line. So the 3 parts are the following: a basic introduction into pathways. What does pathways mean? How is it structured? What is a basic construct? That's the initial part. Then we will go on and work through an online demo of how to choose a path. What are the ways of choosing a path? What is the process that you could go through? And then the third one is how to access the projects, how to get details about the various projects that you have, and also start working on projects as you go along in pathways. And also to look for help if there is any, if you get stuck in anything, how do you get help and ensure that you're not held back in your pathways progress. So these are the 3 things that I will cover. So basically, let's start with the beginning. Now, pathways was introduced as the new curriculum, so to say. This is a JSIS, so I will try to use the academic terminology as much as possible. So it is like the curriculum of Toastmasters International, and look upon each one of these paths as a potential course that you can take in your journey in this institute called Toastmasters. Each one of these courses that are there, and there are 11 of them, helps an individual develop certain competencies. There are 5 core competencies, and each one of these helps you develop 1, 2 or more of these competencies that you can work on. When you join Toastmasters, you get one of these paths for free as a membership into Toastmasters. And any additional path that you need, you can buy for $20. So you're virtually doing a course for $20. Imagine that as against what you would need to do in an outside environment. The other important part is that you can do multiple paths at the same time. Nothing stops you from doing that. And you do and cover these paths at your own pace, not like the way you typically do it in school, that you force people to go through the curriculum in 6 months' time. So this is the key advantages of pathways. Now what I'm going to do now is I will share my screen with you. I will give you a brief introduction into the various paths. And I will also show you a document which I will share with you separately after this meeting, which can help you understand what the various paths are, what the various projects within the paths are, and how do you go about doing this. Now I use the word various projects in a path. What does it mean? Again, going back to the analogy of a course, when we do a course in any institute, we typically have assignments that are given to us. Consider each one of these projects as an assignment that has been given to you. You complete that assignment, and at the end of that assignment, come and present a 7-minute speech on that assignment. That's your assignment. The moment you complete that, you move on to the next one. You finish a few of them, you finish the first three, you are you are called a level 1 complete in the specific path. You finish another three, you are level 2, and so on. And there are 5 levels in every path that is there in pathways. You need to move from one level to another in the sequence of the levels that are already assigned on pathways. Uh, so that's an introduction. Now let's go through the system, through some documents, and after that I will actually log into the system and take you through the process of choosing a path and also accessing projects on the Basecamp. Let me start sharing this, and this is where you might need to bear with me a moment in terms of, yeah, okay. Are you able to see a screen which says pathways?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Now this is a document I will share with you separately. This is what is the catalog of all the pathways projects and the various paths that are there in pathways. This is something which I have picked up from the net with one of the Toastmasters club in the world put it there. And this is the interesting part about this document is it's an interactive document, and I will show you how. So this is the list of all the 11 paths that are available to us: dynamic leadership, effective coaching, engaging humor, and each one of these has got a certain purpose, and you need to decide which is the one that you is really works for you. For some of us, we might have not be very comfortable with doing presentations in an environment, so we go with presentation mastery, and that's a recommended starting point for any person who joins Toastmasters. But some of us might not really join Toastmasters to get presentation and communication skills. We might be more interested in coaching. We might be interested in leadership. We might be interested in planning. So each one of these paths has got a specific purpose behind it. Now, how do I find out from this document which are the various paths that are there, and what does a path entail? So if I click on, let's say, innovative planning, it basically takes you to this page, which basically what does this path do? So innovative planning, for example, it builds your skills as a public speaker and a leader. It is where you develop a communication with your members, and it also helps you in actually doing projects or conducting and completing projects. At the end of this path, you are expected to do a high performance leadership project. Now, this is a basic introduction into the path. Importantly, it also tells you what are the various levels and what are the projects within the individual levels. One thing to remember, across all the paths, the first level has the standard 3 projects, which is the icebreaker, evaluation and feedback, and researching and presenting. That's across all the paths. Because it's again, going back to my analogy, when you start off, we need to get the basic skills before we start getting into a specialization. And the specialization really starts to a certain extent with the level 2, where there might be one project which might be different across paths, but the real specialization starts in level 3. In level 3 and level 4, level 5, there are a certain number of projects which are mandatory to you to be done as a part of the path, and the others are electives. Electives are something that you need to choose based on what your interests are. So even though I might be doing innovative planning, I'm very much interested in creating a podcast because that's my interest. So I could potentially go and select and do an elective in level 4, which is called creating a podcast. Now, how do I know what's within each one of these projects? If I click on, let's say, deliver social speeches, this is where I get a complete description of what the project is, what kind of skills it is addressing, and what are you supposed to do as a part of this project. You can then go back. Sorry about that. This is what. Okay. So you can go back and look at each one of these projects the way you would want to look at them. So this, in a nutshell, is an introduction to pathways. Before I proceed further, if you have any questions, do drop them on the chat and we will try and cover it during the course of the meeting. Anyway, the way I have planned this meeting is to give us sufficient time at the end whereby we can start answering some of the questions. So this is how, these are the various paths. This is how paths are structured. One, information for the VP education and also the ExCom of the club. If you are expecting one of your newer members to take part in the international speech contest, he or she needs to have completed level 2 of any path. That's a prerequisite. So please remember that when you plan your journey as a club in Pathways, and if you really find someone who is a very good speaker and material for an international speech contest, ensure that the person has completed level 2 in the Pathways program. If the person has been from the old curriculum and has already completed project 6, then that's fine. But if it's a new person, ensure that the project 2, level 2 is completed. Ideally, what one should be doing is, as an individual and also as a VP education of the club, you should have a tracker which basically says, this is where the individual is today, starting. This is where I want to go at the end of the year. And to do that, I will effectively need 7 meetings or 8 meetings that we need to get me there. And which are the meetings that I need to be planned into. And then you can get into the individual projects and start working backwards in terms of how much time it's going to take you to finish each one of the projects. So that is a nutshell information about pathways. I have covered paths. I have covered the 5 levels. I have covered the different types of projects in a path. Now, approximately you would require about 13 to 14 projects to be completed on 5 levels to finish a path. And then you can move on to another path, or you can start multiple paths in parallel. Okay, so this is the introductory part. Now we'll get on and I will show you perhaps the next question that comes to your mind is, how do I select a path? Now there are 2 ways in which you can select a path. One is, you are absolutely sure that you want and you are interested in coaching. So you know that you want to be improve your coaching skills, and you will immediately go in and decide effective coaching is the way I want to go. That's one. The other way is for you to do an assessment. Toastmasters International has provided you a capability which says you do an assessment of where you stand in your journey as a communicator and as leader. This is a set of around 25 questions which go over a period of multiple screens. This is an online thing. I will take you through that very briefly later on. And once you finish that, you will be given an option of choosing, select one of these 2 paths. These are the 2 paths which are good for you, or based on the questions, very similar to the vocational evaluation that we do for the students. After that, very similar to what happens in the case of the students still decide to go and choose another vocation. You can also do the same in the path. At the end of that, even though the website tells you should have strategic relationships, you can still go and choose effective coaching. Nothing stops you from doing that. My recommendation to you is, use the assessment, go through the assessment of 25 questions, look at what comes at the end. Most of the time, what I have found is if you have answered the questions truthfully, the path that gets selected for you and which is recommended to you is the right path and which you would enjoy. But again, nothing stops you from really getting into a different path. So that's the introduction. That's now let me just go in and show you how to choose a path. And I will show you both the options very briefly. I am sure all of you by now have received your login ID into the Toastmasters website, and you have also gone in there and at least logged in once. If you have not, please do so because that's your window into Pathways. So once you reach there, and this is the screen that you have seen, normally you should see your name coming up here, which is there. And then you go and click on Pathways and say, choose a path. Now, paths, what Toastmasters has done is they gave people a choice of either to use an online material or use a printed material. The printed material option is still there, but the printed material number one costs you $25 extra. And number two, not all the paths which are available, not all the 11 paths are available on the printed material. So a recommendation again, look for the online option because the online option is definitely an option which is where the world is going. And I think there is nothing which is difficult on the way you go online. So basically now let's start doing a path selection. You select your language, which is in English, and then you look at how do you want. Is everyone able to see my screen now?
Yes.
You should be seeing a pathways selection screen, right? Yeah, okay. So on the left is when you are looking at digital, which is the online one, and on the right is the printed material. I'm not going to go into the printed material one. We'll just look at how do you access the material using the online resources. So click on this, select digital resources. And these are the two options. There is an option on the left, which is view all path options. And the option on the right is which is called the take the assessment. This is the two options that I was talking to you about a few minutes back. So if you know that I am good at effective coaching, I don't need to worry. I go and select view path options, then I say continue. I can then immediately go and select effective coaching and I am on my way. I can potentially go in here and learn more about the effective coaching path. You could do all of this or you could look at the document which I have sent you earlier. As I mentioned earlier, the recommended path for a new person who comes into Toastmasters International is the path of presentation mastery. But nothing stops you to go into the other one. So once you selected the path and once you have gone through this, you can select a path. Now the other option, as I said, was the assessment. If you go back, you can actually go and take an online assessment. It is in English. I want to start. And then I go through a series of 25 questions, approximately, it's 20 to 25 questions, on what are you from the list. And it's a multiple choice questions. None of these are textual things that you need to do. It's a multiple choice questions. Select the ones. At the end of this whole exercise, you should get an option of two paths. You either select them or go back to this point, which was the point of your selecting the path options and select the path that you want. So that was my second part. That was my second section of the 30-minute presentation that I had today. Now let's get on to the third one. You know about pathways, you've chosen your path. Now how do I start getting into the projects? Now to get into projects, the one place that you need to get into is pathways, and then you go to Basecamp. When you go into Basecamp, look at the central tile which is called Go to Basecamp. You should normally have your club name here. And then when you say select Basecamp, you should see a screen which is something like this. Now the first option here is paths and learning education transcript. This is where you will go most of the time. This is an option you will select most of the time on Basecamp. When you click on this, there always a question that comes to people's mind is, what am I supposed to do in the project? How do I go about doing the project? And this question is always there. The document doesn't give you that detail. It basically tells you what the project is about. But how do you go about doing it? Once you come to this screen, and I have chosen dynamic leadership as my path, I can go in and select open curriculum. And people who have used to courses like Coursera will immediately relate to this screen. Who have used online education will immediately relate to this screen, where now it gives me that these are the 3 projects that I need to complete in level 1. If I click on level 2, these are the 3 projects that I need to complete in level 2, and so on. Now let's say I have completed my level 1, I am into level 2, and I want to look at Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. That's the project I want to start. I click on launch. On every project that you launch, the first thing that you will need to do is to do a self-assessment prior to the project. That's one of the key important parts that there, and ensure that you do that, otherwise you lose the experience. So the first thing that you will do is a self-assessment of where you think you stand before you have done the project. After you have completed, gone through all the steps of the project, completed the project, finished the UI evaluation, and then you can go in and actually put in, and you do a post assessment. So I'm just going to go now, and most probably I have already finished my evaluation. That's the reason it is coming here. So if you see here, if you click on this down arrow, there is this assess your skills before. So it actually takes you through again a multiple choice questions of rating yourself in the various areas before you started the project. This is your self-assessment pre and post, right? Now you do this, and once you finish doing a pre-assessment is when you actually start the project. So the next question is, what do I need to do in this project? So if you select on that same link, do a down arrow, and then click on your evaluation. And then click on this link called Print My Project. Now this Print My Project is like a small document which is self-contained, which has got all the information within it, which actually tells you what you need to do in this project called Introductions to Toastmasters Mentoring. Let me just make it a little bigger. What is it expected to do? What's your assignment? There is some theory behind it in terms of what a mentor is, what's a protege is, what is the difference. So the theory behind the project, the steps within the project is all contained in this one document. Most of the time what people do is they do not do this step. They directly go and print an evaluation sheet. And if they do that, they will not really understand what the details of the project are. So ensure that you print, and this is there for every single project, starting from the icebreaker to a level 5 project. Every single project has got this PDF files. The way I work is, I download this document onto my laptop, so I can view this any number of times as I work through the project. If you have access to a printer, print this out, makes notes around it. So this is the most important document in terms of you understanding what the project is all about. It tells you what competencies it is going to evaluate, how will the project help you. All of this information is there in this document. Once you finish this document and you have finished your project, you come back to your Basecamp. You come back to your Basecamp let me just, yeah, and then basically once you finish your post project appraisal, the project will be marked complete and then you can move on to the next project. You need to ideally go through these projects in the sequence in which they have been listed. Earlier, when Pathways was launched, Toastmasters actually had locked the access to subsequent projects, but they have now opened it, so that's available to you to view. But my suggestion is go in the sequence that the projects are expected to be finished. Once you finish a level, there is this one link here which is called level 2 completion, which is called, and that is important for you to indicate to your vice president education and the base camp managers that you have completed the level and are ready to move to the next level. So once you do that, the vice president education will get a indicator that this person has finished, and the moment he or she approves that, you can move on to level 3 and level 4 and so on. So this is how you access projects and work on projects in Pathways. Now let me just go back to the home screen. How do I now get into this mode? Every time it might not really be possible for you to start looking at this thing. So how can I get help? So there is this link here called tutorials and resources. If you click on this link, it will take you to a set of resources which will help you resolve and understand all your doubts, especially on how to go about in Pathways. For example, if I go into tutorials, everything that I've just said, accessing your path, completing a level, completing a project, all of these pieces of information are there as a part of the tutorials in the form of videos. There are also documents there which you can access and which can actually help you in your journey on Pathways. My recommendation here is that this is a fairly robust website. So don't worry about going in and trying some things. You will not break anything. And if you do break anything, you can blame it on TMI because they are supposed to build a robust website. So this is in terms of my third section of what Pathways, how to go about accessing projects in Pathways, how to start looking and what are the tutorials and resources that the Basecamp provides you to help you in your journey on Pathways. As I said earlier, I'm not going to get into a lot of information so as not to inundate you. I think it's important that we start walking, and I think this should get you walking, if not running or sprinting at this moment of time. So, any questions that we have? I think I'm not able to. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see the chat. But let me see. I can.
At the moment, there are no questions,
Okay.
Sandeep.
Okay, so if there are any questions, just unmute yourself, ask the question, and we'll take it forward. How much time do we have, Toastmaster Chalaya?
Sir, you have completed 27 minutes, sir.
Sorry?
You finished 27 minutes. You took 27 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so we have, as per my time allocation, we have 3 minutes more. Any questions? And we will cover that. Just unmute yourself and ask a question, and we'll take it from there. That's scary. Now I understand how you guys feel when the students don't ask you any doubts. Okay, so there are no questions. I will assume I am a very optimistic and a positive person, so I will assume that it was crystal clear.
One question.
Yeah.
You can tell the members, those who do not know, once you complete all the levels and how they have to, how the Basecamp manager, what do you call, approve it, and how they can print their certificate.
Yeah, so I've actually gone through that. Let me just quickly go through this again. So if you go back to my paths and learning, if I go to open curriculum, and then let's say level 1, the level 1, I have to actually ask for a completion request here once I have completed the level. And once the Basecamp manager approves it, I can go in and view my certificate, which I get from Toastmasters with my name and everything nicely printed on it, which you can then store as a PDF file for any future records. It's anyway available for you permanently as long as you are a member of TMI. But just in case you want to download it for something, you could potentially do that. Okay.
Thanks for the message to members.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Sir,
Yeah.
so we can be on the 2 pathways at the same time?
You can.
Yes.
You can have any number of paths at the same time.
Okay.
But as I said earlier, you get as a member of Toastmasters, when you join, you get 1 path for free. The second thing is you need to pay $20 for, but that's a choice. One other thing which I forgot to mention earlier is, once you select a path, you have 30 days, you have a grace of 30 days in which you can return the path and select another one. After that, you get locked into the path. If you then need to change your path, you have to pay $20.
And once we are logged in into one pathway, so is there any
Yeah.
time period to finish that?
No.
I can tell.
If you are someone like me, you will most probably take 8 to 10 years. If there is someone like some of the other Toastmasters, they have finished paths in 1 year. But enjoy what you are doing is what I always say, rather than concentrate on completing a path. Unless we enjoy what we are doing there and also learn from it over a period of time, it's no fun.
Okay, just for a knowledge, how much approximate time it will take for one path to complete, or it depends on person to person?
Person to person. As I said, you require 14, you need to complete around 13 to 14 projects to complete a path.
Okay.
Some of the projects require more than one meeting. Some of the projects might require one meeting, some will require more than one meeting. So assume that for 14 projects, you require close to 18 meetings. 18 to 20 meetings is what you need. But you are not going to do projects every meeting, because if you are doing that, you are not really enjoying Toastmasters. You will take up roles in between, you will go through this process. Most of the Toastmasters club have 2 meetings in a month. So that's around 24 meetings, right? So 18 months is what I think is a realistic estimate for one Toastmaster who is a member of one club to finish a path. That is what is a realistic estimate. If you are a absolutely committed and driven person, you can attend meetings in multiple clubs, finish your projects, and just get your path certificate if you want. But that's up to you.
Thank you, DTM Sandeep.
Okay, good. I'm now going to stop sharing. I think I already reached the end of my...
Yes, sir.